Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, when darkness comes and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water. Nah. I will lay me down. Okay. Hey, I'm not saying another word until Kaya Thunder's here. Sweetie, check out who's here. Oh, hey. Bonjour, Kaya. How you doing? Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO. Over here, the lovely and the talented. Get out of here, Natasha. Say hello to Kaya, sweetie. Bonjour, Kaya. How you doing? And over here, the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Ikadon bonjour, Kaya Thunder Niji. Say hello to Kaya Thunder, brother. Hey, Kaya, welcome to the show. Lafalao Mino Wabin. Can't remember that in Ojibwe. Mino Giga Jeb. Good morning. Bum 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 ba-dum. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out here. How's that muckade mush kiki wabu, sweetie? How's my black medicine water? Oh, it's really good. Yep, we're just sitting around having some coffee. Just, I kind of feel like we shouldn't work very hard today, sweetie. Why is that? Well, you know I'm all religious now. You are? Yep. Saturday's the Sabbath. I thought Sunday was church day. Well, Sunday's Anima E Gijagud. Sunday's prayer day. But I kind of feel like we got brainwashed by the boarding schools to think of Sundays as the day of rest. But if you read your Bible, for crying out loud, these kids today, they don't even read their Bibles. Gagikwe Mazine Igun. It's called the Preach Book. Read it. Quit picking on the viewers. Oh, right. But apparently, God created everything in 6 days. And on Saturday, took a break. 7th day. And on the 8th day, God created rock and roll. So saith Kiss. Huh, guys? That's right, NANABOOZHOO. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Paul Stanley. Hey, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to the show. How you feeling? I heard you came down with the COVID. Oh, I'm feeling pretty good. Some people thought I had a heart attack. Yeah, that's what I heard. But they don't know a thing. When the naysayers say you can't do it, you just got to keep on rocking. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Yep. But I thought you got the vaccination. I did. And you still came down with COVID, huh? That's right. Well, there you go. Vaccinations, they work. Except when they give you the COVID anyway. And, I don't know. Apparently you can still get it and transmit it. The important thing is that you make sure you put a mask on your babies. Don't let your babies breathe the air. They might spread this not that dangerous of a disease. And this has been The More You Know. Sweetie, let's not talk about that. What are you talking about? If we start talking about the jabba-dabba-doo, yeah, YouTube doesn't let you talk about that. They'll censor you. Really? Yep. It's misinformation. Oh, sorry. I don't mean to be spreading misinformation. But kids, there's one thing you need to understand. Bigfoot is real. Don't let them tell you he's a myth. Sabé. He's the wild man in the woods. And he's a shapeshifter. Oh, we can't find him. He must not be real. Oh, really? You never heard of a shapeshifter? Maybe he turned into a bird. Maybe he turned into a bear. You don't know. But there's one thing I won't stand for.
What's that, sweetie?
Misinformation.
Miss who?
Information.
Misinformation. What if she got married?
Well, then she'd be Mrs. Information.
Well, only if she married Mr. Information.
All right. Anyway, these are important topics.
They sure are.
Mm-hmm. So today's Ojibwe word of the day. Gazibigi. Saganage. Gijagud. Saginage. Gijagud. It is floor washing day. Are you ready to wash your floors, Miss Thunder? You know, you strut around like, oh, look at me. I'm all traditional. I'm following the ways of the ancestors. I will learn my language. I will walk the red road. That's all fine and good. But unless you wash your floors on Saturday, you are not living the ways of the true human being.
What are you talking about?
Well, in Ojibwe history, I think we started calling Saturdays floor washing day when the kids were at boarding school.
Really?
Yeah, that's my theory. I think on Saturdays they had to do janitorial work. And so when they were coming up with days of the week, and the Ojibwe speakers would be like, what do you call Saturday? And they'd be like, well, it's the day you wash the floors. Oh, right. We don't have class today? Nope, today is floor washing day. Oh, okay, better go get the mops. We're learning English here at boarding school and washing the floors on Saturday. Saturday, 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 Saturday. I guess Saturday is named after Saturn.
Saturn the planet?
Saturn the wandering star. There's no such thing as planets.
Oh, that's right.
Saturn, also a code word for Satan. This is Satan's day. Shaitan, as our Taliban brothers and sisters might call him. Shaitan. But Saturday, and then you got your Sunday, which is about the sun, and your Monday, which I decided is about the moon, and Tuesday, which is about the two. I don't know. What am I talking about? Same here. Been working a lot this week, so not doing anything today. Oh, really? You taking a day out? Put your feet up? Relax a little bit? You're supposed to. This is the way. Kichimanadu wants you to relax. Wait, does he? Okay, well, here's what you got to consider. Everybody talks about, oh, don't have a colonized mind. Why is your mind so colonized? You're thinking like an apple. Oh, sure, you're red on the outside, but you're white on the inside because your mind is colonized. You're thinking, oh, don't relax on Saturdays. Got to wash the floor. Idle hands, devil's workshop, you know. Always got to be working. Well, that's the man saying, hey, you better make sure you clean on Saturdays. Well, maybe the Indian man's supposed to, or woman, supposed to kick back a little bit. Have a second cup of coffee. You know? Floor is not going anywhere. You can wash it later. That's what I say, sweetie.
You're so wise.
Thank you, honey. Now go in that kitchen and wash that floor.
Ah, get out of here.
No. Saturday is the Rasta Sabbath. Rasta Sabbath. Like the Rastafarians. Like, what's his name? Bob Marley. I remember when we used to sit in the government yard in Trench Town. You know, Bob Marley, he was a Wisakode Winini. Bob Marley was a mixed blood. He was a person of mixed ancestry. He was part Rastafarian or Jamaican, and he was part white. Bob Marley. Later on, Bob Marley would fake his death and then have the operation and become, you guessed it, Kamala Harris. Not a lot of people know this in the truth community. That's what we call it. It's a lesser known conspiracy theory. But when Bob Marley supposedly died, you know how like all these celebrities fake their deaths?
Yeah, like Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson.
Right, they're not dead. Well, Bob Marley faked his death and then changed his identity because he wanted power. And later on, he would reemerge on the public scene as Kamala Harris. That's why, have you ever wondered why you've never seen a picture of Bob Marley and Kamala Harris in the same room together?
Well, Bob Marley would have been like Kamala Harris's grandfather's age.
Oh, yeah. I could be wrong about this. I'm not 100%. But for sure, Michelle Obama's a man.
Yeah, and for sure Barack Obama's gay.
Yeah. Other than that, I could be, I mean, that's why they call it a theory. It's just a theory I have. Like, what are some other theories? Conspiracy theories, sweetie.
Conspiracy theories. There are people who say that Jimmy Carter is John F. Kennedy.
Oh yeah, John F. Kennedy didn't really die either. Nobody really dies. That's the big conspiracy. It's a big TV show. They throw you off. They go, "Oh yeah, man. Do you believe there was just one gunman? Well, what about the grassy knoll?" And they get you running down this rabbit hole, and you don't know where it goes, where it leads. When the reality was, he never even died. The actor who played John F. Kennedy, he wanted to marry the actress who played Marilyn Monroe, so they both faked their deaths, but he still wanted to be president. So he came back, he got a little bit of plastic surgery, and he came back as Jimmy Carter.
Is that true?
100%. 99.9%. Maybe not true, but that's my theory. That's my conspiracy theory. And now, apparently Jimmy Carter shrunk. Did you ever see that picture?
Oh, with the Bidens?
Yeah. Jimmy Carter is like a midget.
He's a little person.
Yeah, a little person. Sorry. Anyway. Hey, Jessica's here. Bonjour, Jessica. Mino giga shape. Jessica's here, sweetie.
Hey, what's up, Jessica?
And I don't know what's going on. But today is floor washing day. Gazibigi saginage. Geisha good. But I say, that's not like a hard and fast rule. A lot of people, when they have pure hearts and they want to walk the way, the red road, there's a lot of talk about what are you supposed to do? What are the rules? These rules, they weren't written in stone. That's all I'm saying. Huh, sweetie?
That's right.
Anin. Eji Ayan, sweetie. How are you?
Ni Menwendam. I am happy.
Menwendam. Happy. Ni Menwendam. I'm happy too. I don't know. Everything's all right. Sometimes there's a backlash. Like last night, I was getting kind of scared.
Really?
Yeah, I've been hearing these horror stories about the V word. There's some people, can you believe this? There's some people who don't want to get the jabba dabba doo. I don't even want to say it because I'm afraid of censorship. The government's not coming out and making the law, but all the people are. They're saying, well, yeah, you don't have to get it, but if you don't get it, then you can't, come to our rock concert. Then you can't you can't fly in a plane. Oh, there's all these, they keep on kind of squeezing you a little bit. Just get the thing. All right? From now on, we're going to mandate that everybody in the schools wears a mask. And then we'll just test the people who don't have it every week until they're finally bullied into getting the thing. And then I saw this story where there's this lady renting an apartment in Florida. And she goes, yeah, I have to re-up my lease, but they say you have to get the jabba dabba doo or else you can't rent the apartment. She's like, what? I goes, yeah, I mean, the law, they can't make you do it. But if you want to rent an apartment, you have to get it. I'm like, uh-oh. It started with the masks to see if you go along. Yeah, it was Walmart. Who cares? Just put on a bandana, run in there, get your bread and your coffee and get out. Who cares? But pretty soon it might be, well, now you can't come into any grocery store. No more buying food until you get a shot. We can't risk you getting the sniffles. What if you get the sniffles? Did you know my great-grandfather died at 98 from this thing I'm afraid to say? He was only 98 years old and obese and had diabetes and cancer. But you selfish jerk, you wouldn't even get the jabba dabba doo. And so now he's dead. His blood is on your hands. So no, you can't come into our Walmart. Get your jabba dabba doo. But I don't trust it. I don't want to do it. And so far we're okay, but how am I? So last night I was starting to get scared and starting to feel sad. Need my nandam. Then I was sad. I'm not okay. Was that the other word? Hold on. Starting to worry about the future. Anin. Oh wait, that's a different phrase. But then once in a while you kind of have a snapback where you sort of feel a little despair one night and then you wake up going, who cares? Everything's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. That's how you fall for their trap. They want you afraid. They want you scared, naked, and afraid.
Is that what they want?
Yep. So now I kind of have a devil may care attitude. Oh, the devil may care. But I don't. Who cares? Saturday. We are in God's hands, not theirs. To quote Shakespeare. Nah. Hey, Lori Tyndall's here. Bonjour, Lori. Lori's here, sweetie.
Hey, what's going on, sister?
Kaya says, afraid to say a word for censorship to talk about pressure to get a jabba. This is a sad situation for real. Yeah, it is. And we've seen what happened in Australia. Everybody's freaking out about the Taliban. Did you know they make their women wear burqas? They can't even show their faces. It's like, well, welcome to America. We're going to get there real quick. This is not America. Fa la 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 la. Remember that song?
I love David Bowie.
I know, me too. Rest his fake death soul. Jesse says, Montana made it illegal for jobs to require it. They said it's discrimination. Oh, good. Good for you, Montana. You can always trust them. Good for Montana. People need to have control over their own healthcare decisions. Well, that's the other thing. What happened to privacy? They call it a HIPAA violation. You can't even ask a person's health, like what medications are on at a job until now. Have you had your jabba dabba doo? Where's your passport? Show us your mark of the beast. What is your number? How come nobody's crying, talking about that? the weird commonality between having to have a passport and that whole biblical number of the beast. You know, woe to you. You know, whatever. Laurie says, "Boozhoo, tomorrow is ghost supper." I'm sorry, I can't read that. Is ghost supper for my boyfriend who passed from a fatal accident we were in. Oh no, Laurie, I'm so sorry. You're having a ghost supper, like a memorial. Put out a little spirit plate. For any little kids who don't know what she's talking about, sometimes in a traditional way, we'll wait a year. Some people call it a spirit letting ceremony when somebody passes away. You know, in the old way, they would tell you, don't grieve, don't cry. You know, they're really hardcore about it. Should I go outside and talk about this?
You want to teleport outside and talk about death?
Yeah. I'm going to put out a little tobacco and tell a little traditional Ojibwe teaching.
All right. Hold on. Let me lock into your coordinates.
Okay. I'm going to go outside and talk about this.
When to teleport. Hang on. Hello.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh, hi, NANABOOZHOO. Did you make it out there okay?
Yep.
How is it outside?
Oh, it's really pretty. Looks like it might rain later.
Oh, all right. Well, give me a call when you want me to pick you up.
I sure will.
All right. Roger that. Over and out.
Over and out, sweetie. Bloop. So, yeah, let me grab a little tobacco. I'm going to grab just a little pinch of a sema. I'm going to say, get your manado. NANABOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. Great Spirit. It's NANABOOZHOO is what I'm called. Daga we tuka wishin. Menawe nungum. Please help me to speak well today. Odapanan niwi asema. Accept my tobacco. Anyway, so Lori already knows this, and probably everyone in the BOOZHOO crew, but I'm just going to tell this to kids watching later. The spirit letting ceremony. So let's say somebody passes away, like Lori's boyfriend here, and I'm really sorry, Lori. But in the old day ways, they would say don't cry for at least 3 days, because his soul's going to be roaming around, and he's going to check in on you. And if you're crying too much and carrying on, he's not going to want to leave. You know, he's going to be stuck here. And we don't want them to be stuck here. We want them to go on to heaven, to the land of everlasting happiness. You know, and so people will they'll have a fire for 3 days or 5 days or however your tribe practices it. And somebody will have to watch that fire and make sure it don't go out. And stay up all night with it, you know. But you don't cry. And there's, you know, a lot of people have different ways of doing this. But then, you know, you can have a funeral. And but for a whole year, I mean, it's okay to cry. You know, coming up here soon, next week, we're going to do a show on grief. But it's okay to cry. But for that first year especially, some people don't even like to say their names. They'll think about them, but they'll kind of put it away. You're having a year to sort of heal. And a year to make sure your loved one's spirit has moved on, has started their journey. They're going to journey to the spirit world. But a lot of people, what they'll do, sometimes some people will keep like a little lock of hair or some pictures or something that will make them remember that person. And they'll keep it maybe in a red cloth. or someplace special. But after a year, they'll have a feast. You make some really good food, maybe invite some of the friends over, family, people who loved that person who's died. And you might have a feast to honor their memory, but to also honor you and your friends for surviving, for getting through this grief, this hardship. And they might make a little spirit plate, a little paper plate, put a little bit of everything on there. Put some wild rice, put a little blueberries, some chicken, some mashed potatoes, whatever. A little cheesecake, whatever. I've heard it said, the spirits like sweets. Go ahead, give them a little sweet. But you put that spirit plate out in a tree, and the birds will come, and they might bring a little bit. Oh, and I put a little tobacco on that spirit plate too. Say a little prayer. Ask the Great Spirit to bless your family, to watch over you, to help you heal, to help you find happiness again, and to thank Him for this loved one who was in your life, even if only for a short time, or maybe for a long time, and now it really hurts that they're gone. But you have a feast to, kind of really be with those feelings and be with those memories. And you want to hope. Like a lot of people, they go, oh, let's go have a seance. I want to talk to my dead grandma. Let's hope your grandma's not still roaming the earth. If she is, that's because you couldn't get over it. You were carrying on, getting drunk. You just wouldn't accept your grandma dying. And so she's worried about you. And so she's not going to go be with her grandma and grandpa. You don't, a lot of people, they'll have these, so the spirit letting ceremony. A lot of times people take that little, they might burn some hair in a picture or something, or throw it in the water, let it, you're letting their spirit go. But after a year, you really hope that their spirit is already long gone on their journey. And yeah, your ancestors can look in on you from time to time. Your loved ones. I believe they might visit you in a dream. That spirit world, it's a mysterious place. But, so like Lori having this feast, that's really, really good. If you need it. Some people don't need it. But I've known people, sometimes they'll even print up t-shirts. Put the picture of their loved one. Let's never forget. Oh, she was such a good girl. I got a t-shirt. Let's all wear the t-shirt together. But, so it's called a spirit letting ceremony, or a feast for the dead. So there's a lot of different traditions. Anyway, our hearts go out to you, Lori. Jessica says, oh, the chat's blowing up. Lori says, Miigwech Nanaboozhoo. Oh, you're more than welcome. Hey, Lori, sending you love from Kaya Thunder. Oh, Lori's sad. Lori said, I couldn't the first 3 days. I was in the hospital 21 days. Oh, wow. Lori was in the hospital for 21 days. And I wonder what happens with the spirit if they linger around when you're in the hospital. Probably. Kaya says, I'm burning some herbs for you over here. Nice. Yeah, that's the other thing. Bushkode Jibik, Nukwejigan. If you burn some sage, that always makes me feel better. There's lots of medicines you can burn that make you feel better. Jessica says, Lori, you're the one who said you weren't able to grieve together with his family or speak to them while they were going through their legal stuff, right? I think you remember you mentioning that. Boy, that Jessica's got some memory, huh?
I know. She's got a memory like a steel trap.
Laurie said he loved ice cream. Yeah, who doesn't love ice cream? We should go get some ice cream shakes today.
You want to go get some chocolate ice cream shakes and watch the rain?
Yeah, why not? Everybody waits till it's hot to get ice cream. I want to eat ice cream when it's cold. Wally Bear is on a shuttle on the way home. Just got off work. You doing all-nighter, Wally Bear? Hikes. Those are rough. Wally Bear is just now getting off work.
It's been a hard day's night.
And I've been working like Wally Bear. It's been a hard day. Who am I talking to? I'm sorry, you guys. I forgot. Natasha's not out here. I guess I was speaking to a spirit. Ba-doop. Hey, sweetie.
Hi, NanaBOOZHOO.
I forgot that I'm outside by myself and I was just talking to you.
You do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that why you called me?
Yep. Just wanted to keep you up to date.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. See you later, sweetie. Bloop. Anyway. So anyway, I was talking about spirit. So then, a year goes by. Sometimes this is what's really tough about grief. On the one hand, it's important to remind people that there is no time limit for grief. You're not just being dramatic if you still feel grief a year later, or 10 years later, or 20 years later. And you're not heartless if you start to recover after 3 days. Some people, my grandmother, when you get to a certain age, when you've seen so many people die, and you also have really strong faith, she would not sweat death that much. I saw her cry over the death of her friend when I was about 20, which would have made her about 60 or so then, 65. But by the time she was in her 80s, she would hear, somebody would call up and tell her somebody had died. And she was, oh dear, all right. What happened then? Okay, what can I do? Should I make a casserole? Yeah, okay. We'll see you at the church, But she didn't grieve because I think she was like, she was good at handling death after a while. There's a story I shouldn't tell. Because she asked me not to tell anybody. I'm going to tell it anyway. My grandma also, her memory started to slip near the end. And so we were talking about dead relatives and whatnot. And my grandma has 3 sons. My dad, Duke, and Vernon. And we were talking about different people. Oh, she's buried over in Boy River, whatever. And she goes, where's Duke buried? And I went, Duke? She goes, yeah, is he in Laporte? And I went, no, Grandma, Duke's still alive. He just hasn't visited in a while. She goes, oh, geez. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that he's not dead. Don't tell anybody. I'm like, oh, don't you worry, Grandma. I'll keep your secret safe with me. And Vernon comes down 10 minutes later. Hey, Vern, you never believe who Grandma thinks is dead. But then I went, wow, she thought her son was dead, and she was like fine with it. So where's Duke buried now? I can't remember where we buried my son. Oh, no, he never died, Grandma. He's fine. He just doesn't visit as often as he should, apparently. Oh, man. Let's see. I have my sage and made his spirit feather. Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah, a ceremony is good, Don't let people tell you there's only one right way to do this. That's the other thing. my friend who taught me a lot, she told me once, she goes, number one, I'm not a medicine woman. But, this is the way I was taught. But there are a million right ways to do this. You might be taught a different way. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's lots of right ways to practice, the way. To do a ceremony. To pray. Lots of right ways. There's only a couple of wrong ways. Don't get drunk. Whatever you do. I had a lot of wisdom. The first real serious, it was probably the second real serious breakup I ever had. I had been with this woman for 3.5 years. And we finally broke up. Finally. It was one of those things, breaking up is kind of like knocking over a pop machine. Sometimes you gotta, it takes a number of rocks back and forth before it finally tips over. But Jennifer and I were a serious couple for at least 2.5 years or so. And then there was a year of breaking up and not breaking up. A year of just, we were hooked, addicted to each other. Couldn't break up, didn't love each other, but couldn't stand to be apart. But when it finally tipped over, and I knew it was over for good, because she had moved on. What then? What happened? Where am I going with this? Oh, I told myself, whatever you do, don't put on, what was the album I was listening to in those days? Today I am a small blue thing. What was her name? Don't put on sad music and get drunk anyway. Just give yourself 3 days of not getting drunk before that's probably not going to help today. I feel too sad. If you're so sad you just want to get drunk, decide not to. Do yourself a favor and wait about at least 3 days. Don't cry and don't get drunk until you're not so grief-stricken. Lori says, never drink alcohol. Yeah, Lori knows what she's talking about. Wally Bear says, I haven't drank alcohol since 2003. Well, you're no fun. Oh, what a bore you are. All the cool kids are drinking. Didn't you know that, Wally Bear? I guess I won't be inviting you out to the Pines. Oh, you don't even know what I mean by the Pines? The Pines is where we all go after the basketball game and drink beer. There's going to be a big old bonfire. It's Saturday night. So after the sun goes down, you can bet that all of us guys from LaPorte and some girls from Cass Lake and Walker are going to be there. And, we're going to drink beer and out in the Pines, also known as the Cemetery Road. I'm just kidding. That's what we used to do. Anyway, what am I talking about? I gotta get out of here. So you do your ceremony and you say goodbye. But also never forget that in the Ojibwe language, we don't have a word for goodbye. We say Gigawabamin, min, Minawa. I will see you again. Because that's really what we believe. Maybe not until I'm in the spirit world. But don't say goodbye when you feast the dead. Go ahead and have a good cry. Have a good laugh. Share some good memories. Accept that it happened. That's the other thing. Fill your tummy with good food. Have some coffee and have some good times. I don't care. Go ahead and have a drink if you want. Toast the dead. But feel good. This is the other thing. The ceremony, the feast is to make yourself feel better. Be with people you love. Laugh, tell stories, and, celebrate it. Just the other day, somebody said, I don't know why we celebrate birthdays. We should be celebrating death days. Like, what, don't you have any faith? You know, this person just got to leave their gross human body and go to the spirit world, the land of everlasting happiness. Have a little faith. Celebrate. Laugh. Be happy for them. You know, their suffering's over. They've come to the end. Anyway, I'm going to go back.
Bloop. Hello, Natasha speaking.
Hi, sweetie. It's NanaBOOZHOO.
Oh, hi. Are you all done?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you put out some tobacco?
Yeah, put out some tobacco and I talked about the spirit letting ceremony, sort of.
Oh, okay. Do you want to come back?
Yeah, would you teleport me?
All right, hold on. Let me scan for your coordinates. Okay, locking on your coordinates. 1 to teleport.
Okay, thank you, sweetie.
Hey, welcome back.
Thanks.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, sort of.
Oh,
I sometimes forget that you're not out there and I'll find myself just out of habit talking to you. Isn't that weird?
yeah, you're obsessed.
It must be. Anyway, you want to get up here and say hello to the BOOZHOO crew?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's put on a song for these folks.
A song, huh?
Let me see what we got going on here. There's no sound. Sweetie, could you teleport me to the studio?
Oh, sure.
I need to go in the studio and find some music to play.
All right, hang on. 1 to teleport to the studio.
Whoops. Let's do that again. So good to be back in the studio.
Bloop. Hi, sweetie.
Hi, I'm in the studio.
Are you looking for a song?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing now. I had something cool when we were playing around this morning. All right, to heck with it. I'm just going to play this. But it's got nothing to do with you. I've got no one, still you won't do. And after today I'd say we are quite through. But I know you won't break down, you won't miss a step, you won't be around, and you'll never forget it. One day, when I'm old and gray, I might look back and say that these were the golden days. And one day, when I'm old and I'm gray, I might look back and say this was the price I paid. So it goes, or so they say. Time's like a mountainscape. Well, I don't know, but I can't complain. God knows I've got my own escape. And sometimes I just might, even in the middle of the night. Well, sometimes and someday, sometimes, well, I wake and bake. But it's got nothing to do with you. I've got no one, still you won't do. And after
After today, I'd say we are quite through. But I know you won't break down, you won't miss a step, you won't be around, and you'll never regret it. One day, when I'm old and gray, I might look back and say that these were the golden days. One day, when I'm old and I'm gray, I might look back and say this was the price I paid. Even in the middle of the day, Stephen grins a little, so they say. Sometimes, well, I wake and bake. Sometimes. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back. I'm welcoming myself back, I guess. How you doing? It's so nice to be back. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. So, yeah. And the little slideshow over there. And this whole stupid fake background. How you doing? Okay, sweetie. I'm all set up. Yeah, we got to do something about our transitions. I know. If we pre-tape this show, it would be a lot more smooth. You know what we could do? What? Why don't we start recording like 60-second commercials? Why? Well, we could sell the books and then, but also give us time to transition between me and you. You know, that's a good idea. You're not just cute, you're smart too. Hey, everybody! Welcome back to the show. Who's here? Jessica Gonzalez says they also exhume the bodies every year and put fresh clothes or burial clothes on them. What? Let me back up. Jessica says in Torajan culture in Indonesia, the day of one's funeral is considered the most important day. Oh, really? Families spend much more time on funerals than they do on a wedding, and thousands of people attend. Is that right? I never... Did you know that? Oh, yeah, of course I knew that. Everyone knows that. I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. Wow. Indonesian people, they know what's up. They're based. That's Logos Rising. They also exhume the bodies every year and put fresh clothes on burial. Well, that's kind of gross. Why would you redress the dead body? Well, sunny day. What's wrong with my headset today? Check, check, check. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Yeah, we can hear you, but it has nothing to do with that headset. I'm going to take this off. Ouch. I just smacked myself in the face. Do. So, what should we talk about? Did you want to teach other Ojibwe phrase? Oh, yeah. Today's Ojibwe phrase of the day. Anin. Ejiwe bak agwa ching nungum. Anin. Ejiwe bak agwa ching nungum. How is it outside today? So if you said, like, agwa ching ejiwe bak. Some people think that's what it means. How's the weather? It's kind of like, how is it? What's up? How is it out there? You know? Anin. Ejiwe bak. Agwa ching. Outside. Agwa ching. How is it outside? Oh, how was it outside yesterday or a year ago? No. Nungum. Today. How is it outside today? I'm not concerned with how it was outside 3 weeks ago. That's none of my business anymore. You gotta move on. You're living in the past. How is it outside noon goom today? And, you can say, oh, give me one. It's going to rain. Or you can say, give me one. It is raining. But, la, la, la. Kaya Thunder and BOOZHOO OJIBWE is genius. Oh, get out of here. What? I'm taking credit for it. Michael, did you hear that?
What's that?
Are you sleeping?
No, I was just resting my eyes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Rockstar Cartoonist. Are we boring you with our show?
No, I'm into this.
Kaya just gave you a really nice compliment.
What'd she say?
She said that BOOZHOO OJIBWE is brilliant.
Hey, thank you so much, Kaya.
You make us feel so sunny. Zagate, miigwech Zagate. That's her Indian name, Zagate.
Yeah.
Oh, and for you guys who don't know, BOOZHOO OJIBWE. Should I play that?
What's that?
Do I dare? BOOZHOO OJIBWE is a story. It's not really a story. It's like a greetings counting book that Michael Lyons, the rockstar cartoonist, illustrated and wrote. And how about I just pull up the cover? Because you don't know what you're doing, and you don't even know where to look. You're ruining the show by doing this, so who cares, and cancel all it. I almost pulled that up even, so never mind. Anyway, Michael Lyons drew a book called BOOZHOO OJIBWE, which means hello squirrel, or like hello red squirrel, I guess. But in BOOZHOO OJIBWE, the squirrel just kind of runs through the woods, saying hello to, like, a chickadee and the sun and a raccoon and whoever. But then a big old alien spaceship comes flying by and Steven comes out. And Steven the alien gives him a ride through the universe, through the so-called space universe. And they say hello and goodbye to, like, Earth and the moon. And they fly around and they go through a wormhole and they come back. It's just a crazy children's book. But, yeah. But so anyway, thank you so much on behalf of Michael for your kind. If you guys would like to order books by Michael Lyons, just check the link in Amazon right down here. Michael Lyons books for sale on Amazon.com. La la la. Oh, that's another kind of cool thing I should talk about before I mahjong. Also, before, you can also support the show on GoFundMe, Patreon, and PayPal. But for any kids watching this who are thinking, oh, that's cool, man. Look what they're doing there. They're playing music and drawing cartoons. I know there's a lot of kids out there who like to draw. And you think, oh, man, I wish I could have a job where I could just draw. I really like cartoons, and I like comic books, and I like to draw, and I like to color. Well, just like how everybody can kind of be a rock star now. I mean, you have to learn how to play guitar and sing. But if you bother to do that, you can film a video with you and your friends and put it on YouTube and share it with everyone. This is how, like, Justin Bieber got started. But also, if you want to be a cartoonist, draw a children's book. You can do it. Make a coloring book. Those are easy. Michael's got one for sale too. But and teach the Ojibwe language. And then all you have to do is get on a website called CreateSpace or one of these. And for free, you can make your own books. And then if you sell them on Amazon, that's how it's done. You can become a real artist. So, I don't know. I just wanted to kind of share that all these books that Michael did, you know, if you want to, you could make your own books. It's cool. You could draw pictures of rabbits. Wabozoog, rabbit. Tune in tomorrow when we will discuss the important relevance on the political stage of the rabbit. Did you know that sometimes magicians will pull a rabbit right out of a hat? Mm-hmm. Back in the days of the grandfathers, all those stovetop, Abraham Lincoln hats would come with a rabbit. It was just part of it. I was like, I'll take a hat and a rabbit, please. Then somewhere along the line, PETA got involved. The people for the ethical treatment of animals. And they said, oh, no, it's fine. You kill beavers for those hats. But we don't want you shoving little bunnies in the hat anymore. That's weird. And so they just sell hats with no rabbits in them. And this is a story of how the Wabozoog were freed from the tyranny and the oppression of the hat makers. Tune in tomorrow on BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. If I can find my exit song. The podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. In this corner over here, the star of the show, NanaBOOZHOO.
Okay, miigwech ganawabie. Thank you for watching.
And over here, the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
And I will see you again. Tomorrow, we'll be back where we always are. Yeah, yeah. Sweetie?
One to teleport. One, a sweet, darling girl of mine.
Ah, Kikawaba Binawa. Hoa. Sweetie, I said hoa.
Oh, right, sorry.